to Tex to do the actual briefing. So first off, I want to thank everybody for showing up tonight, and hopefully we make this another successful run. And I just want everybody to remember, this is like Red Flag 1, where both sides can succeed. This is not to be it's not a competition in that respect. We're here to, hopefully identify any weak areas, squadrons have that need further attention, pre-deployment and during deployment. This idea too is to give you guys at least a little taste on what you can expect for this deployment series. So with that, Bones, I'll hand it over to you, or sorry, Tex, I'll hand it over to you.
It's like, wait a minute.
Surprise, Bones, you're doing the brief.
Good luck, shoot center.
Okay, so I just want to touch on just a couple of things real quick, and then we'll give each side a few more minutes to plan before we jump in the server. Common elements for both sides. Remember, there's no respawns, so once you're down, you're down. I think maybe in the first 30 minutes or so, if you have a some sort of a technical issue or whatever, then it's fine to go ahead and respawn back in. But from the 30-minute mark on, there will be, if your game crashes, it's just kind of. When Warhawk, we never really talked about that. Does that sound okay?
Yeah, I'm okay with that, because it could be a perpetual thing for some people.
Yeah. So if you have technical issues, the first 30 minutes, feel free to spawn back in. If you die, you're spectating at that point. I would ask, if you want to spectate, that you jump out of whatever Discord channel that the guys are still flying are in. Just it's easy if you're on spectating mode to give them instructions or help or whatever. And so let's not do that. So if you die in the first little bit, then let's just get out of Discord with the guys that are still flying. Objectives are asymmetric, so it is not a one side wins, one side loses. Both sides have mission objectives that they are supposed to accomplish. It is absolutely possible for both sides to have successful missions, and it is absolutely possible for both sides to not accomplish their objectives. So just keep that in mind too. We really don't want it to be an airquake mission, so we're just kind of going in bonsai and getting half your group shot down is really not the idea here. We want to kind of be a little bit more tactical, and actually the blue side has, the more jets they lose, the harder it's going to be for them to accomplish their mission. So just kind of keep that in mind. Again, our situation here, we've got a red claim territory and blue territory and a disputed territory in the middle. So that will play into the ROEs a little bit, kind of in the beginning. You guys should all be familiar with that. There are some known IADs. Blue side ROE, basically air-to-ground targets. Any of the targets that are listed above, you are weapons free on those. You are weapons free on any air defense system. And then you are weapons free on any hostile aircraft nose hot within 30 miles of a blue aircraft or once fired upon. So again, the intention here is not to really muck this up with some crazy ROEs. We're just trying to keep people from shooting at each other 70 miles apart. So once, we want to kind of keep it relatively fluid. So if there is a group of aircraft that end up in engagement, like on the north side of the map, then they need to kind of keep their ROEs separate from if there's another group on the south side or whatever. So, but within those individual engagements, once the weapons are in the air, then basically, everybody is weapons free with no restrictions. So once the missiles are in the air, then it's kind of game on. Blue side again's got some restrictions on supplies. They've only have 16 of each type of Phoenix, 40 of each type of 120, 59 X's. Blue does not have the ability to load SLAM ERs. And then Tomcats are limited to 2 Phoenix on a single aircraft. This is a little bit poorly worded here. This both sides must not cross into California. Let's just keep the engagements out of California. So let's just treat that as a, don't shoot line. If you happen to wander over there, it's not the end of the world, but at the same time, don't run over there to try to not get shot. So the idea is really to keep the engagement in this area here, and I don't think it's going to be a problem. But red, your ROE, basically you are weapons free on any aircraft inside of the red territory or within 25 miles of a target in the disputed zone. So there is a couple of target areas, potential target areas in the in that disputed zone. So again, if somebody is within 25 miles of one of those, you are free to shoot. Same supply limit. You guys have more 120s because there's no air-to-ground roll for the Hornets. And then again, per aircraft restrictions, 4 Phoenix for the Tomcats and 4 120s for the Hornets. And again, outside of that, you can load up whatever else you want to.
I have a question about just the weapon location.
Sure.
Are weapons only going to be located at our main bases, or do we also have them out at like Groom and?
I believe they are only at the main base.
Copy.
The debrief, I do want to kind of hit on that just a little bit. Again, we are focused, like Warhawk was saying, on trying to learn to work together. What the squadrons are going to be flying together for deployment. We want to treat the debrief on each side, kind of that way. It's not going to turn into a you versus me per engagement, kind of like the first red flag debrief turned into. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to give each flight lead the floor. They'll have 5 or 10 minutes to run through their flight, talk about what happened. Whoever is on the other side, we're not going to get into a back and forth on, well, he did this and I did this and that. It's going to be their time to talk. When it gets to be your time, you can explain how the engagement went from your point of view. But again, let's try to keep it to, using words like, the bandit and the aircraft, and not Tex was here and Bloat was here. And let's try to keep it from getting personal as much as we can. Any other questions?
The 20-minute start timer?
So the 20-minute timer starts when the first red aircraft spawns into a jet. And really all that does is it gives you the red side enough time to get in the air and get on station before blue gets off. So blue side can start their aircrafts, punch in coordinates, do their loadouts, all of that stuff during that 20 minutes. They can be on the runway ready to go, but they cannot roll down the runway until that timer goes off. For everybody on blue side, there are voice cues in the mission that will give you the count, like a 15, 10, 5-minute warning, and then they'll give you a clearance on when that time is going. So red side, just remember, as soon as the first guy spawns in the mission, that's kind of when that starts. So if you guys are planning or whatever, just know that the second somebody spawns in, that timer starts.
I have a clarifying question on that. For blue, can they taxi to the ramp like red, or no moving their jets until the 20-minute timer?
No, that they can taxi and take the active runway. They just cannot roll down the runway until that timer gives them clearance. So they can stack up, be ready to go. Just not can't. Like I say, they can take the active, stay on the one end. They just can't roll until the timer goes off. Red has no restrictions on that. So as soon as you guys are started up, you can get in the air. There's nothing limiting red in any way as far as time goes. It's strictly just for the blue side.
Okay, yeah. So there'll end up being basically about a 5-7 minute difference.
Yep. Just depending on how fast you guys can get started up, and I think blue side's probably going to be doing good to be ready at that 20-minute time, just because we have a little bit more admin stuff to do in the jet when the mission starts.
Sounds good.
Make sure you get the knee boards, especially the blue side. They're in the planning rooms. Same for red. If you guys want to know, have some of that information, intel during the mission, make sure you get the knee boards. Blue, especially for the guys doing the air to ground side, that's a requirement. Make sure you have those knee boards. So it's 7:15 or 7:12 or 8:12 Eastern time. So let's plan on spawning into the server no earlier than 7:30 or 8:30 Eastern. So that gives us another 15 minutes, a little more, for final plans and get everybody on the same page. And like I say, Red, as soon as you guys are kind of in control on when this thing starts. So when the first red jet spawns in is when you guys are, the timer starts. Blue, let's not spawn in until 7:30 on the dot, or 8:30. I'm sorry, I'm looking at my watch. And that way, it would be a little unfair for us to get in early and have everything started up and punched in. So 7:30 at the earliest, and then red side timer starts when your first jet spawns in. Any other questions?
Tex, you were alluding to kneeboard packets. Were you just referring to blue side that you guys did kneeboard packets?
There are the Intel page that I posted out earlier. I did give those to the red side in kneeboard form, and actually, I think there are potentially some additions in there that you may want to look at. So you can look at them before, but they are available to you if you would like them.
Copy. Thanks.
Okay, well, we'll break off. You guys can go to your squadron rooms or back to the red-blue planning rooms, whatever you want to do. And like I say, first spawn in at 8:30, and we'll go from there. Hope you guys enjoyed it.
Hoorah.
Or enjoy it.
We're gonna have a good time tonight.
Is the pancake here?
Well, 14, let's go to our ready room.
Why? Who's asking for me?
What's up, boys?
How's it going?